Hi there. So today we have Janet, the founder of Bartoli Consulting. So Janet, would you share what you exactly do with your business and why do people pay you?
Sure. I am the owner of a consultancy, and what we do is digital marketing, but very specifically organic search marketing. We provide digital marketing programs to the mid-sized B2B industry.
Right. And what would you say, what did the process look like before and after working with us in terms of generating leads for your business?
So before, there was not consistency in terms of generating good qualified leads. They would come, haphazardly through LinkedIn or some other resources, but for the most part, it was not anything that you could count on. After and specifically working with Geo, who has been very specific in understanding, what it is we need to do, who we're trying to attract, the type of audience, and testing out the messaging in a very strategic way. So getting really good qualified leads on a regular and consistent basis, and being able to know that when I have a meeting on my calendar, I know it's going to be worth my time.
Great. And were there any specific main challenges that you faced before? And for example, did you ever think that the only way to grow was to maybe just rely on referrals or just paid ads?
So I did actually try doing cold email myself. And I've done both, hiring another group about 5 years ago, and got really poor results. In fact, one of the prospects was an actual summer intern who I explicitly mentioned needed to be a decision maker. So again, making sure that the time I'm spending on a meeting is worthwhile and I'm speaking to the right person. So I've done that. And I've also tried doing this on my own, which was a huge learning curve. So now I've got to figure out different messaging, different emails, follow up, respond to those in the inbox, testing out different platforms, figuring out where you're getting your list from, all of that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty comprehensive process from head to toe. And what we say in terms of after working with us, what was the time commitment? Like, what were your responsibilities and what did we take care of?
So all of what I needed to be responsible for, which was coming up with what is the industry, the target market that we're trying to really want to speak to and want to work with. Once that was identified, it was easy in terms of just like, okay, here, come back with the scripts, making sure that I approve those scripts, and then there's little effort. I would say on a monthly basis, including maybe Slack comments, it's maybe 20 minutes of my involvement, really.
Okay. And based on the quality of leads that you're getting right now, on a monthly basis, where would you say you see your business in, let's say, 6 to 12 month time frame?
Well, growing at least by 50%, because the quality of the leads and those conversations that I'm having through, these are all cold. So between the time they are cold and the time they're warmed up, where I'm having a first initial conversation with them, is better. And I think it's because of the messaging from that initial email or the set of emails. Anytime I'm asking these prospects why they're on the call with me, 90% of them will say it's because of what you said in your email. That was different from what I've seen in many other emails, and that they get so many in emails every single day from so many others, but there seems to be something different that they're getting from Geo that they're not getting from anybody else.
Appreciate that. And you mentioned you worked with agency in the past and you also tried to do cold emails yourself. So what would you say, was there anything that surprised you after like working with us, or was there like did you have any misconceptions before getting started?
Um, of course, because I started with an agency and they definitely failed. And then deciding to do it on my own, and then seeing like this is a lot, but I had more insight in understanding in terms of like what it's going to take. So in working with you, it was better to understand exactly, okay, I know what the process is, and I know what it's going to take. But I didn't realize we'd gotten results sooner than I expected. Was within, I think it was in the first week or two of rolling the campaign out, we started seeing some booked appointments.
Mhm. Okay. So we can say that we crushed the misconceptions for you.
Yes, you did.
Great, great. And for some people, who are still sitting on the fence, they're kind of 50-50, unsure whether they should work with us or not. What would you say to those people?
That if you are on the fence, you should definitely give it a shot. As I said, I've worked with a previous agency. I've tried it myself. This was sort of like my last try at figuring out whether cold email works or not. It does work. Email does work. It's just you got to have the right practitioner in place who understands the process and can get results.
Great. And just one last question. I know you're busy. So do you have any like thoughts you'd like to share with the viewers? Anything you'd like to say?
Um, just that, it is helpful to understand, do your due diligence, meet with others, but making sure that you know exactly what the expectations are. And maybe your industry is super competitive, like mine is. You still need to have all of that in mind. But it's a form of lead generation that does work.
Mhm. Great, great. So that was all. That's all I wanted to ask. And thanks a lot for showing up on the call. And yeah, looking forward to still working with you and getting more results.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, you.
Thank you.